Have you ever wondered if there's something beyond what meets the eye? If your soul can transcend the barriers of the physical body and explore realities that defy our comprehension? Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, revealed fascinating secrets about the true nature of human existence. He discovered that we possess not just a physical body, but three invisible bodies that allow for extraordinary experiences beyond matter. Today you'll discover how these bodies work, what dimensions they can access, and how this can completely transform your outlook on life and death. Imagine for a moment that you are much more than you imagine. Edgar Cayce revolutionized our understanding of human nature by revealing that we are not just flesh, bones, and blood wandering this world. There is a hidden and sophisticated architecture that composes our being, formed by three invisible bodies working in perfect harmony. These bodies are like layers of a cosmic onion, each with its own specific characteristics and functions. The physical body you know is only the outermost layer, the temporary shell that houses something much greater and eternal. The second body, often called the subtle or emotional body, is the vehicle through which we experience feelings, emotions, and subtle energies. This body acts as a bridge between the material world and the spiritual realms, capturing vibrations and impressions that the physical body cannot perceive. It is through this body that we sense a person's energy when they enter a room, or perceive when something is not right, even without concrete evidence. It processes the emotional and energetic experiences of our earthly journey. This body is extremely sensitive and responds instantly to vibrational changes around us. The third and highest is the spiritual body, which holds the immortal essence of our soul. This is our true self, the divine spark that never perishes and carries all the wisdom accumulated over multiple existences. It is through this body that we connect directly with the creative source of the universe. It transcends all limitations of time and space, being completely free from material constraints. This body is our eternal identity, that which endures when everything else transforms. These three bodies work together like a cosmic orchestra, creating bridges between different dimensions of reality. They are like master keys that can open doors to worlds normally hidden from common perception. When we grasp this threefold structure of our being, we begin to understand phenomena that previously seemed impossible or supernatural. Life gains a depth and meaning that goes far beyond everyday physical experience. It's like discovering you've always had superpowers, but never knew how to use them. This revelation completely changes our perspective on who we are and what our true potential is. We are not limited beings trapped in physical bodies, but multidimensional consciousnesses capable of extraordinary experiences. Each body has its specific function in the grand symphony of existence, allowing the soul to explore different aspects of reality. Understanding this truth is the first step toward awakening to the infinite possibilities that reside within each of us. It is the beginning of a journey of self-discovery that can completely transform the way we live. The interaction between these three bodies creates a field of infinite possibilities for conscious experience. When we learn to recognize and work with each of them, we open the doors to a much richer and more meaningful life. Cayce taught that knowledge of these bodies is not merely theoretical, but practical and transformative. It is an invitation to expand our consciousness and discover capabilities that have always been within us, waiting to be awakened. The journey of discovering these invisible bodies is also a journey of returning to our true selves. The etheric body is like a perfect energetic double of your physical body, a luminous matrix that sustains all your vitality. Imagine it as a network of light that envelops every cell, every organ, every system of your body, providing the vital energy necessary for life. This body functions as a bridge between the physical world and the more subtle realms, capturing and distributing the energies that keep you alive and healthy. It is through it that the life force of the universe flows into your being, nourishing not only your body, but also influencing your emotions and thoughts. Cayce described this body as the living archive of all your experiences, an energetic record of everything you have ever experienced. This invisible body is extremely sensitive and registers impressions that go far beyond the capacity of the five physical senses. It acts like a cosmic sponge, constantly absorbing vibrations, energies, and information from the environment around it. Memories, traumas, joys, and experiences are imprinted in this energetic matrix, shaping your physical and emotional health. This is why you sometimes feel the weight of past experiences in your body, even when your rational mind cannot explain them. The etheric body carries these impressions as energetic imprints that can influence your present life in surprising ways. Through the etheric body, you experience fascinating phenomena like déjà vu, that uncanny feeling of having experienced the exact same situation before. This is the etheric body accessing information that transcends linear time, connecting with experiences from other dimensions or even past lives. It is also through it that you sense spiritual presences, perceive energies from deceased people, or capture intuitions that seem to come from nowhere. These experiences are not hallucinations or imagination, but real perceptions captured by this subtler body. It functions like a cosmic antenna, tuned to frequencies that the physical world cannot detect. The health of your etheric body directly affects your physical and emotional well-being. When this body is balanced and harmonious, you feel vital, energized, and in tune with life. However, when it is blocked or unbalanced by trauma, negative emotions, or toxic environments, this is reflected in the physical body through illness, fatigue, and general malaise. Cayce taught that many illnesses begin in the etheric body before manifesting physically. Therefore, working with energetic healing and cleansing this body is essential for complete and lasting health. This body also explains why you instantly sense the energy of a place or person. When you enter a room and immediately feel comfortable or uncomfortable, it's your etheric body picking up on the energetic vibrations of the place. Similarly, when you meet someone for the first time and have an immediate feeling about them, it's this subtle body communicating information that goes beyond physical appearances. It reads energy fields and transmits this information to your consciousness through sensations, intuitions, and feelings. It's a much broader and more precise form of perception than just the physical senses. Developing awareness of the etheric body opens up incredible possibilities for healing and personal growth. When you learn to perceive and work with this energetic body, you can clear blockages, heal old traumas, and raise your vibration to higher levels of consciousness. Techniques such as meditation, energy work, crystals, and holistic therapies act directly on this body, promoting profound transformations that are reflected in all aspects of life. It's like having access to the instruction manual for your own vital energy, allowing you to become the conscious architect of your own life experience. The astral body is your vehicle for interdimensional exploration, a subtle form of consciousness that can detach itself from the physical body and travel through realities that exist beyond ordinary perception. Imagine having a body made of light and pure energy, capable of passing through walls, flying through space, and visiting places that exist in dimensions parallel to our physical reality. This body is like a more refined and free version of yourself, unconstrained by the laws of physics or the barriers of time and space. Cayce taught that we all possess this natural ability, although most people are unaware of it. It is through the astral body that the soul undertakes its most extraordinary journeys, exploring uncharted territories of existence. During sleep, especially during the most vivid and meaningful dreams, your astral body naturally detaches from your physical body and begins its journeys. These are not ordinary dreams, but real experiences lived on different dimensional planes. It's as if you have a second life unfolding while you sleep, full of adventures, learning experiences, and encounters that enrich your soul in ways the conscious mind can barely comprehend. You often wake with the feeling of having experienced something profoundly real and transformative, even if the details begin to fade like smoke. These are the memories of your astral body returning from its nocturnal journey through the subtle realms of existence. Conscious astral travel opens up even more extraordinary possibilities for spiritual exploration and personal growth. When you develop the ability to consciously project your astral body, you can encounter loved ones who have departed this physical dimension but continue to exist in other layers of reality. These encounters are profoundly healing and transformative, offering comfort, wisdom, and confirmation that death is merely a transition, not an end. You can also access spiritual records, such as the famous akashic records, where the entire history of humanity and the universe is recorded. It's like accessing the cosmic library of universal knowledge. Through the astral body, you can also visit parallel realities, alternate dimensions where different possibilities manifest. These experiences tremendously expand your understanding of the nature of reality and your place in the cosmos. You can explore ancient civilizations, visit distant planets, or even glimpse possible futures. Each journey brings back wisdom, new perspectives, and a deeper understanding of the mysteries of existence. It's like being a cosmic explorer, discovering uncharted territories of consciousness and reality. These experiences often result in profound changes in personality and worldview. The astral body also serves as a vehicle for healing and accelerated spiritual growth. In states of astral projection, you can receive teachings directly from spiritual masters, heal traumas at very deep levels of the soul, and access healing resources unavailable on the physical plane. It's like accessing a cosmic university where the teachers are beings of light and infinite wisdom. Many people report receiving solutions to complex problems, artistic inspiration, or revolutionary insights during these experiences. The astral body acts as a bridge between the limited knowledge of the earthly personality and the infinite wisdom of the soul. Consciously developing the abilities of the astral body requires practice, patience, and above all, purity of intention. Cayce emphasized that this ability should not be used for idle curiosity or personal gain, but as a tool for spiritual growth and service to others. When developed with love and wisdom, astral projection becomes one of the most transformative and enriching experiences a human being can experience. It is a practical confirmation that we are much more than our physical bodies, and that our possibilities for experience and growth are literally infinite. The spiritual body represents the culmination of human existence, the immortal and divine essence that resides at the deepest core of your being. This is your true self, the part of you that existed before birth and will continue to exist after the death of the physical body. Imagine a pure, radiant light that carries all the wisdom, love, and knowledge accumulated over countless lifetimes and experiences. This body completely transcends all material limitations, being incorruptible, eternal, and indestructible. It is through it that you connect directly with the creative source of the universe, experiencing a union that goes beyond any human understanding. Cayce described this body as the divine spark that resides within every being, waiting to be recognized and awakened. Unlike the etheric and astral bodies, which still maintain some connection with the denser dimensions of reality, the spiritual body exists in a state of pure transcendence. It knows no limitations of time or space, does not age, does not get sick, and cannot be harmed or destroyed by any external force. It is like having an eternal diamond core within you, brilliant and unshakable, regardless of all the storms and transformations that may occur in the outermost levels of existence. This body is your true identity, what you truly are when all masks and temporary identifications are removed. It is the part of you that recognizes and connects with the divinity in all beings and in all creation. It is through the spiritual body that you receive profound intuitions, transformative revelations, and divine inspiration. When you have those moments of insight that seem to come from a source much greater than your conscious mind, this body is communicating with you. It acts as a direct channel to universal wisdom, allowing you to access knowledge and understanding that completely transcends ordinary intellectual learning. It's like having a direct line to cosmic intelligence, receiving guidance and inspiration directly from the source of all wisdom. These moments are often accompanied by a profound sense of peace, unconditional love, and absolute knowledge. When a person awakens to the awareness of their spiritual body, their life is completely transformed. They begin to understand their life's mission with crystal clarity, seeing how each experience, each challenge, and each joy contributes to the growth and evolution of their soul. The fear of death disappears completely, replaced by a profound understanding that death is simply a transition, like taking off old clothes to put on new ones. This awareness brings extraordinary freedom, allowing one to live with authenticity, courage, and unconditional love. It's like awakening from a confusing dream to a reality of infinite beauty and meaning. The spiritual body is also the repository of all the talents, abilities, and knowledge developed over multiple lifetimes. Those natural talents you possess, those skills that seem to come from nowhere, that intuitive knowledge about certain subjects, all of this is stored in this eternal body. As you develop greater spiritual awareness, you can access more and more of these inner resources, manifesting abilities that seem miraculous to those who don't understand this reality. It's like having access to an infinite library of knowledge and skills, accumulated over eons of experience and growth. Each earthly life is an opportunity to express new aspects of this inner richness. The journey to fully awaken the spiritual body is the ultimate goal of human evolution. It's not about escaping the physical world, but about bringing spiritual awareness to every aspect of earthly life. When this awakening occurs, the person becomes a channel of divine light and love, transforming everything around them through their mere presence. It's like a flower finally blooming fully, revealing all the beauty and fragrance that have always been latent within. This is the promise and destiny of every human soul, to discover and fully manifest its divine nature as it walks the earth. Dreams are much more than simple activities of the unconscious, processing the day's experiences. According to Edgar Cayce, they are real and accurate records of experiences lived by your astral body during sleep, when consciousness frees itself from physical limitations and explores subtle dimensions of reality. Imagine that every night, while your physical body rests, you embark on extraordinary adventures through worlds that exist beyond ordinary perception. Your dreams are like a cosmic diary, recording these interdimensional journeys in a symbolic language that your conscious mind must learn to decipher. Each dream carries messages, teachings, and experiences that enrich your soul in ways that waking life cannot provide. When you dream of flying, talking to deceased people, or visiting places that don't exist in the physical world, these are not fantasies created by the mind, but actual memories of places visited by your astral body. It's as if you have a second nighttime life, full of meaningful encounters, profound learning, and transformative experiences. Often, the apparent confusion of dreams results from the rational mind's difficulty processing experiences that transcend known physical laws. It's like trying to describe a symphony using only words, or explaining colors to someone who has never seen. Physical language is inadequate to capture the richness of multidimensional experiences. Dreams also serve as gradual training for recognizing and consciously navigating other dimensions of reality. Each lucid dream, each nightmare transformed into a growth experience, each prophetic vision received during sleep are steps in the development of your interdimensional abilities. It's like attending night school, where you learn skills that will be useful both in this life and in the soul's journey after physical death. Cayce taught that people who pay attention to their dreams and consciously work with them more quickly develop their spiritual abilities and their understanding of the multidimensional nature of existence. Have you ever had a dream so vivid and impactful that you woke up with the absolute certainty that you had experienced something real and transformative? How many times have you dreamed of solutions to problems you were facing or received guidance that completely changed your perspective on a situation? These are perfect examples of how the astral body, during its nocturnal travels, accesses information and wisdom unavailable to the ordinary conscious mind. It's like having access to a cosmic internet, where all the information in the universe is available to those who know how to connect. Your dreams are downloads from this universal network of knowledge and wisdom. Many prophetic dreams, visions of the future, and encounters with spirit guides occur during these nocturnal astral journeys. The astral body is not limited by the barriers of linear time and can access information about future events or revisit past experiences to understand them from a higher perspective. It's like having a personal time machine that operates during sleep, allowing you to explore different points in the timeline of your existence. These experiences often result in profound personality changes, greater wisdom, and a clearer understanding of your life's purpose and direction. Developing the ability to remember and interpret dreams is a fundamental spiritual skill that everyone can cultivate. By keeping a dream journal, practicing meditation before bed, and establishing a conscious intention to remember nighttime experiences, you can completely transform your relationship with the dream world. It's like learning a new language, the language of the soul, which communicates through symbols, sensations, and direct experiences. When you master this language, your dreams become an inexhaustible source of guidance, healing, and spiritual growth, consciously connecting you with the higher dimensions of your own existence. Conscious projection, or voluntary astral projection, is one of the most extraordinary abilities a human being can develop. According to Edgar Cayce, it is possible to learn to project the astral body consciously and in a controlled manner, freeing consciousness from the limitations of the physical body to explore subtle dimensions of reality. Imagine having the ability to leave your physical body at will, maintaining full awareness and control over this experience. It's like having access to an interdimensional exploration vehicle that can take you anywhere in the universe, at any time, to any dimension of existence. This is not a fantasy or illusion, but a natural capacity of human consciousness that can be developed through specific practices and constant dedication. Deep meditation is one of the fundamental practices for developing conscious out-of-body experience. Through meditation, you learn to quiet your mind, completely relax your physical body, and expand your awareness beyond its usual limits. It's like training your consciousness to function independently of your physical body, preparing it for astral projection experiences. By starting with short daily meditation sessions and gradually increasing the time and depth, you develop the ability to maintain alert awareness while your physical body enters increasingly deeper states of relaxation. This skill is essential for achieving conscious out-of-body experience safely and in a controlled manner. Prayer and spiritual connection raise the vibration of consciousness, creating an ideal state for safe and transformative astral projection experiences. When you connect with higher aspects of existence through sincere prayer, you establish natural energetic protection and attract guidance from elevated spiritual beings during your out-of-body experiences. It's like having spiritual guides accompany you on your interdimensional journeys, offering protection, guidance, and teachings. Purity of intention is crucial. Seeking conscious unfoldment for spiritual growth and service to others creates far more favorable conditions than attempting these practices out of mere curiosity or personal gain. Mental discipline is another essential component to mastering conscious astral projection. This includes developing the ability to maintain focused focus, control distracting thoughts, and cultivate an attitude of confidence and courage in the face of the unknown. It's like training to be a spiritual athlete, developing mental muscles that allow you to consciously navigate experiences that completely transcend ordinary physical reality. Specific techniques such as creative visualization, controlled breathing, and progressive body relaxation help prepare your consciousness for this extraordinary expansion of possibilities. The benefits of conscious projection go far beyond simple curiosity about out-of-body experiences. This practice provides extraordinary mental clarity, deep emotional healing, and direct access to spiritual information that can guide important decisions in this life. It's like having a cosmic therapy session, where you can resolve outstanding issues with deceased loved ones, access wisdom from past lives, and receive guidance directly from spiritual masters. Many people report that astral projection experiences have brought answers to questions that have plagued them for years, healing from deep trauma, and a completely new understanding of life's purpose. When properly developed, the capacity for conscious unfolding becomes a powerful spiritual tool that enriches all aspects of life. It's not about escaping physical reality, but about tremendously expanding your understanding and ability to navigate through the multiple dimensions of existence. It's like gaining a new form of perception that operates 24/7, offering insights, guidance, and experiences that completely transform the way you live and understand life. This ability represents one of the most advanced aspects of human spiritual development, opening doors to possibilities most people don't even imagine exist. Edgar Cayce clearly warned that the soul's journey through subtle dimensions requires careful and conscious spiritual preparation. Venturing into the astral planes without proper preparation is like sailing in unknown oceans without a compass, map, or knowledge of the dangerous currents that can drag you into stormy waters. There are regions in the subtle planes where lower energies, confusing entities, and dense vibrations reside, which can negatively influence an unprepared consciousness. When someone projects their astral body without purity of intention, adequate spiritual protection, or knowledge of the territories they are exploring, they can expose themselves to disturbing experiences that hinder their spiritual growth rather than promote it. A lack of emotional and spiritual balance can attract illusory experiences that confuse the mind and distort the perception of reality. It's like tuning a radio to low frequencies where there's a lot of noise and interference, instead of seeking out clear, high-frequency stations where the information is pure and beneficial. People who attempt astral projection while dominated by negative emotions, addictions, or obsessions can connect with lower astral planes that reflect and amplify these disturbed states. These experiences can result in recurring nightmares, feelings of oppression, mental confusion, and even persistent negative influences that affect waking life. Purity of intentions acts as a natural protective barrier during astral travel. When you seek these experiences with a pure heart, a genuine desire for spiritual growth, and a willingness to serve the greater good, you automatically ascend to higher dimensions where wisdom, love, and light reside. It's like having a pass to the upper floors of a cosmic building where only those with higher consciousnesses can enter. On the other hand, selfish intentions, vain curiosity, or a desire for power over others attract experiences in lower levels of astral existence, where confusion and illusion predominate. Sincere prayer, before any attempt at astral projection, establishes a protective connection with higher spiritual forces. It's like requesting an angelic escort for your interdimensional journeys, ensuring you are guided and protected throughout the experience. Cayce emphasized that no astral journey should be initiated without first establishing this sacred spiritual connection. Prayer not only offers protection, but also raises the vibration of consciousness to frequencies where only beneficial and transformative experiences are possible. It's an investment in spiritual security that returns multiplied in rich and meaningful experiences. Unshakable faith in divine protection acts as an energetic shield during out-of-body experiences. When you maintain absolute confidence that you are protected by higher forces of good, you create an energy field that automatically repels negative or confusing influences. It's like carrying a talisman of light that shines brighter the greater your faith, naturally warding off anything that isn't in harmony with your spiritual evolution. This faith isn't naivete, but practical wisdom about how protection works in the spiritual realms. The gradual and patient development of astral projection abilities, always accompanied by study, prayer, and guidance from experienced spiritual mentors, ensures that these extraordinary experiences contribute positively to the soul's growth. It's like learning to drive with an experienced instructor, rather than simply picking up the keys and driving off without knowledge. When developed with wisdom, patience, and reverence, astral projection becomes one of the most enriching and transformative experiences available to human beings, opening doors to dimensions of reality that infinitely expand our understanding of life and our place in the universe. Each of the three invisible bodies functions as a specific key that unlocks access to different levels and dimensions of cosmic reality. It's like possessing three different passports, each granting entry to unique territories of universal existence. The etheric body connects you to the Earth's energy field and to the dimensions closest to the physical plane, where vital energies, life patterns, and earthly records are stored. Through it, you can perceive the energy of places, people, and nature itself, accessing information about the energetic history of environments and situations. It is your connection to the energetic matrix that sustains all life on the planet, allowing you to consciously participate in the great web of life that interconnects all beings. The astral body opens the door to subtle dimensions of learning and spiritual growth, where the soul goes to process experiences, meet spiritual teachers, and access knowledge unavailable on the physical plane. These dimensions are like cosmic universities, where different aspects of universal wisdom are taught through direct experience. It is here that you can meet deceased loved ones, receive teachings from evolved beings, and explore different possibilities for growth for your soul. These dimensions operate under laws different from those of physics, where thought and intention create reality instantly, and where time and space function in completely different ways than we are accustomed to. The spiritual body provides direct access to the divine realm, the highest frequencies of existence, where the creative source of all that exists resides. This is the dimension of absolute unity, where all illusory separations disappear, and you experience your true nature as an indivisible part of cosmic consciousness. It is like reaching the top of a cosmic mountain and seeing the entire universe stretching infinitely in all directions, understanding that you are both the observer and whatever is being observed. In this dimension, you access pure wisdom, unconditional love, and direct knowledge of the fundamental mysteries of existence. It is the realm where the great ascended masters reside, and where your soul receives the highest inspirations. Cayce described these dimensional layers as rungs on an infinite cosmic ladder, where each step represents a progressive expansion of consciousness and a broader understanding of the true nature of reality. As you develop greater awareness and ability to navigate these different levels, your perception of life transforms completely. It's like stepping from a small, dark room into an infinite palace filled with light, discovering that there were far more possibilities for experience than you ever imagined. Each dimension offers unique perspectives and specific teachings that contribute to the integral growth of the soul. This multidimensional understanding reveals that we are not isolated in an empty, mechanical universe, but embedded in a living, intelligent network of interconnected worlds. Every thought, every emotion, every action resonates through these dimensions, creating ripples of influence that affect realities far beyond what we can perceive with our physical senses. It's like discovering that you are simultaneously an individual note in a cosmic symphony and the entire symphony itself. This perspective brings tremendous responsibility and extraordinary freedom, as you understand that your choices and spiritual growth affect not only your personal life, but the entire network of consciousness of which you are a part. Developing the ability to consciously navigate these multiple dimensions represents the natural evolution of human consciousness. It's not about escaping physical reality, but about expanding your definition of reality to include all dimensions of existence. It's like learning to use not only your physical eyes, but also the eyes of your soul, which can see far beyond the limitations of matter. When you master this multidimensional navigation, life becomes an endless adventure of discovery and growth, where each experience is an opportunity to explore new aspects of infinite cosmic consciousness. When the soul returns from its interdimensional journeys, it does not return empty-handed. Each journey through the subtle planes leaves profound and lasting impressions that transform consciousness in fundamental ways. It is like a traveler returning from distant lands, carrying not only memories, but also new knowledge, expanded perspectives, and wisdom that could only be acquired through direct experience. These impressions gradually integrate into the conscious personality, creating changes that may be subtle at first, but eventually result in profound transformations in the way of thinking, feeling, and living. The return is not just a movement in space, but an integration of expanded realities into everyday consciousness. The sensations brought back from these spiritual journeys often transcend anything that can be experienced on the ordinary physical plane. They are sensations of unconditional love so intense that it seems to expand the heart beyond all limits, peace so profound that it dissolves all earthly anxieties and worries, and knowledge so clear and direct that it dispenses any need for intellectual explanation. It is like drinking directly from the source of universal wisdom and carrying this divine nectar back into everyday life. These sensations act as anchors that connect consciousness to higher realities, constantly reminding us that there is much more to life than the limited experiences of the material world. One of the most remarkable marks left by these interdimensional journeys is the awakening of a wisdom that seems to come from far beyond one's age or physical experience. Individuals who experience conscious astral travel often develop profound insights into existential questions, a natural compassion for all living beings, and an intuitive understanding of the workings of spiritual laws. It's as if the soul brings back diplomas from cosmic universities, credentials of wisdom that cannot be obtained through ordinary intellectual study. This wisdom manifests in better decisions, more harmonious relationships, and a natural ability to offer guidance and comfort to others. Courage is another quality that often develops after astral travel experiences. When you directly experience that you are much more than your physical body, and that death is merely a transition to other dimensions of existence, fears that previously seemed paralyzing simply lose their power over you. It's like discovering that you always had wings and can fly, eliminating the fear of falling off cliffs. This courage is not recklessness, but a deep confidence based on direct knowledge of the immortal nature of the soul. People who regularly experience interdimensional travel often become more willing to take positive risks, express their authenticity, and follow their hearts even when doing so contradicts social expectations. The inner peace that results from these experiences is perhaps one of the most transformative marks left by soul journeys. It's a peace that doesn't depend on external circumstances, but arises from a profound understanding of the perfect order that governs the universe. When you directly experience the interconnectedness of all life and understand that each experience, even the most challenging, serves a greater purpose in the soul's growth, an unshakable tranquility develops. It's like finding an oasis of serenity at the center of your being that remains calm, even when storms rage around you. This peace radiates naturally, positively influencing everyone who comes into contact with it. Cayce saw these transformations not as interesting side effects of astral travel, but as concrete evidence that these journeys are real encounters with fundamental spiritual truths. The changes in personality, the increased wisdom, courage, and peace are not imagination or autosuggestion, but natural results of a consciousness that has directly experienced higher dimensions of reality. It's like the difference between someone who has read about other countries and someone who has actually traveled to them. The direct experience leaves indelible marks that forever transform a person's perspective. These marks serve as confirmation that the human soul possesses extraordinary capacities for growth and expansion that go far beyond the apparent limitations of physical life. Edgar Cayce envisioned an extraordinary future for humanity, where the knowledge and conscious use of the three invisible bodies would not be the privilege of a few mystics or spiritualists, but a natural capacity developed by all humanity. He believed we are moving toward a golden age of spiritual awakening, where each person will understand their multidimensional nature and learn to consciously navigate through the different layers of reality. It's like imagining a world where everyone has the ability to travel not only physically, but also through subtle dimensions, infinitely expanding the possibilities for experience, learning, and growth. This evolution will represent a quantum leap in human consciousness, comparable to the development of language or writing in terms of its transformative impact. Over the next few centuries, Cayce predicted that the development of these multi-dimensional abilities would become part of children's normal education. Imagine schools where, in addition to math and science, children would learn to consciously project their astral bodies, communicate with higher dimensions, and access knowledge directly from the cosmic records. It's like evolving from a society that utilizes only a small fraction of human potential to a civilization that fully exploits the full capabilities of consciousness. These abilities will not replace scientific and technical knowledge, but will complement it in revolutionary ways, creating a perfect synthesis between material science and spiritual wisdom. This collective awakening will open the doors to a new era of spirituality based on direct experience rather than beliefs or dogmas. When millions of people can personally confirm the existence of higher dimensions, communication with evolved beings, and the continuity of consciousness after physical death, religion will transform from a belief system to a practical science of the soul. It is like moving from an era where distant countries were talked about based on others' accounts to an era where each person can travel and personally verify the existence of these places. This transformation will eliminate fundamentalism, sectarianism, and religious conflicts, replacing them with a universal spirituality based on truths that can be verified by anyone willing to develop their spiritual capacities. One of the most revolutionary consequences of this awakening will be the complete transformation of humanity's relationship with death. When everyone understands through direct experience that death is simply a transition to other dimensions of existence, the fear that dominates so much of human life will simply disappear. It is like discovering that what we thought was an insurmountable wall is actually a door leading to even more beautiful gardens. This understanding will free up extraordinary psychic energy, currently wasted on anxieties about mortality, allowing humanity to focus completely on growth, creation, and the realization of the divine potential that resides within every soul. Communication between different dimensions will become as natural as using the telephone or the internet today. Imagine being able to consult directly with spiritual masters on important matters, receive guidance from loved ones who have already transitioned, or instantly access information from the cosmic records to solve complex problems. It's like having access to an infinite universal library and wise advisors available 24/7. This ability will completely revolutionize fields such as medicine, psychology, education, and conflict resolution, as it will be possible to access perspectives and solutions that transcend the limitations of purely physical knowledge. Cayce also predicted that this development of multidimensional capabilities would result in a more compassionate, wise, and unified humanity. When you directly experience that all life is interconnected through the higher dimensions, it becomes impossible to maintain attitudes of separation, prejudice, or hostility. It's like discovering that all people are members of your own cosmic family, making love and mutual care become natural responses rather than utopian ideals. This transformation of consciousness will create a civilization based on cooperation, mutual service, and the joint development of each soul's divine potential, finally ushering in the era of peace and harmony that humanity has always dreamed of, but never achieved through purely material means. Now that you've discovered how the three invisible bodies allow the soul to travel through dimensions beyond physical reality, a door has opened to possibilities you may never have imagined. Edgar Cayce's revelations are not just spiritual theory, but a practical map for exploring the infinite realms of human consciousness. Every vivid dream you've ever had, every intuition that manifested, every sense of having been somewhere before, all are echoes of these extraordinary capacities that lie dormant within you, waiting to be awakened and consciously developed. Your journey to discover these invisible bodies can begin today, through conscious attention to your dreams, regular meditation practice, and developing an authentic spiritual connection. If this content has sparked your curiosity and brought new perspectives on who you truly are, share these revelations with others who also seek to understand the mysteries of existence. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave your experience in the comments. Have you ever felt your soul traveling to other dimensions during dreams or moments of deep meditation?